Hey, what's going on, guys? Gen X Gamer here, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm bringing you guys my Nordic deck profile. I haven't uploaded a video in a while because I really haven't had the opportunity. But today I'm bringing you guys this deck. I've been working on it for a long time. I've finalized it. I've sided. I've done pretty much everything you can do for a deck. So I think it's turned out okay. So let's go right and jump right into the deck. So I'm running 2 copies of Valkyrie, the Nordic Ascendant. Really nice card. Most people don't like her because it's a -2 because you have to banish from your hand. But if you get out Odin during your first turn and your opponent can't get rid of him, that means that you could possibly take game 1, because getting out Odin first turn is just so broken because your opponent really can't do anything against that. He's a 4,000 beat stick, and there's only a handful of cards that can deal with that. From there we got 2 Maras, which brings out Loki, Lord of the Aesir. This deck does have all 3 Nordic gods in it, so it has the possibility to get out at least 2 Nordic gods per game. This card is better than Svartalf in my opinion, because Svartalf is a level 5, so you have the Tribute one. I don't feel like running Diverg, so I believe that just being able to synchro with 2 level 4 Nordic monsters from your hand is just really good to get out a nice Loki. From there we got 2 Goldfax. He's used to bring out Thor, but he's also used to bring out other level 8 synchros like Scrap Dragon and other really nice cards for the deck. So he's really nice. His other effect isn't really that alive anymore because you have to, summon him whenever your opponent controls a synchro monster and you don't. But you can't activate that effect anymore, so you'll just normal summon him and go in for a nice level 8, but sometimes he'll bring out Thor, sometimes he won't. Just depends if you get a good hand or not. From there, we got 3 copies of yugioh, the Nordic Alfar. This card is really nice. It's a level 4. It's a 14 attack. It's not really that good for attacking, but it's really good for banishing with Valkyrie to bring out Odin. It's good for synchroing because 2 of these plus 1 Mara equals an instant Loki. Plus you can summon it with Goldfax and bring out a nice level 8. So it's really nice to just be able to get like a nice little beater. From there we move on to 3 Garm, which most people never use. I mostly see the white goats and the black goats. Now I run those too, but they never run this card. It's like a wall. It's got 19 defense. You'll set it, let people attack it. It's got 19 defense, so that means it won't really be easy to get over. And if a level 4 or lower monster battles this monster, then it bounces it back up to the hand. So it gets around Thunder King really good, and it gets around other cards that are problematic. From there we run 1 tier of the Nordic Champions, which I don't really use for a lot of stuff. I mostly use it for synchroing from the hand with Loki or banishing with Valkyrie. Sometimes I'll just set it, but I really don't do a lot with him. From there we got 2 copies of 10 Grisnir, or White Goat as he's normally called. When this card is restored by battle, you special summon 2 level 3 tokens in defense position. It combos really well with this guy, 10 Josh Deer, or Black Goat. When this card can be special summon when a monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can special summon him in defense mode. So you'll set White Goat, let him get blown up, special summon him in defense, then during your next turn you'll switch him to attack mode, activate its effect. Which means you can bring out Goldfax from your deck. And that's a really good play to get out Thor, because you can just synchro with the 2 tokens. And from there we got 1 copy of Effect Veiler, which is really handy in this format. 1 Gores, I like Gores, Gores is Gores, and 1 BLS, just because BLS is really awesome. There's so many lights and darks that it'd be crazy not to run him. And that's going to be the monsters, 20 monsters. I don't recommend running it above 20 monsters, because if you draw too many Nordic monsters without a tuner, you're pretty much in a bad position. For spells, we got 2 copies of Pod Duality. For consistency, we really have to speed up the deck, and that's pretty much all I can say for it. Then we got 3 copies of MST, because back row can be really bad if you got Thor out and he can't attack, and if people like Magic Cylinder or Mirror Force him, that's just terrible. We got 2 copies of Enemy Controller, which is really nice. It's a troll card, to be honest. It's like a trap and a spell. It's a quick play, so like it can save you if your opponent attacks. Just put it in defense, so it's really nice. We got 1 Book of Moon, 1 Mind Control, and 1 Dark Hole. And that's all the spell cards we run. I don't really run a lot of spells because Nordics don't really care about the spells. They mostly capitalize off the traps. That's 10 spells. For traps, we run 2 Glyphnir, the Fetters of Fenrir. Just gets a Nordic monster from your deck to your hand, really speeds up the deck a lot, gets your Nordic god plays out really quickly. And then we got 2 copies of Fiendish Chain, really nice card. You gotta get in there with those chains and make sure no effects go off. That can blow up Odin or Loki or Thor. Then we got 2 copies of Mirror Force. From there we got 1 Bottomless, 1 Compulse, 1 Torrential, and 1 Solemn Warning. And that's going to do it for the traps, and that'll do it for the main deck, which is 40 cards. For the extra deck, we have 2 copies of Odin, Father of the Aesir. He's probably the best Nordic god you can get because during your main phase you activate his effect, and he becomes unaffected by spells and traps until the end phase. And if your opponent is like sitting behind like a Mirror Force, thinking that Mirror Force will save him, then activate this, he's unaffected, and he ram into it for 4 grand. And that can be really devastating if your opponent can't have an answer for it really quickly. And then we got 2 Lokis. Most people don't even like Loki. I love him. In this format with all the back row, you gotta run him. You don't have to, but I recommend it. He shuts down a spell and trap card activated during the battle phase, so if I attack and they activate like Dimensional Prison, then I can just negate it and destroy the trap card altogether. He's a 33 beater, and he's really nice. From there we got 3 copies of, or not 3, we got 2 copies of Thor. Because Thor is just simply amazing. If your opponent has like a Zen mains or anything like a wall, Thor just negates its effect and you can just run right over it. From there, for level 5s, we got 1 Catastor. He's not really hard to bring out. If I want to use Effect Veiler, which if I'm not really wanting to use Effect Veiler, then I can just summon Effect Veiler, Synchro with a level 4, and just bring him out. 1 Scarred Warrior. I don't even know why I have this in the extra deck. It's just a good card, I guess. For level 8s, we have Scrap Dragon and Crimson Blader. Crimson Blader just helps against mirror matches and E-Dragons. Because if this thing does damage, they can expect summon anything level 5 or higher, which makes me happy. And it's just really nice. Most of the time you will Synchro for level 8 or higher, so it's good to run a couple level 8s. For Xyz, we run 1 Zen mains and 1 number 30 Acid Golem. Just use goats and overlay if I have to. From there, for rank 4s, we have Cowboy, Pegasus, and Utopia. And that's going to do it for the extra deck. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys here next time.